Southwest Conference. Alive and well once again here today as these two rivals are set to square off, and we are set to bring it to you. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Texas A&M Aggies. Restate the state, Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Well, guys, the Arkansas head coach told me before the game he understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Razorbacks headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense that has the first possession of the game. Last time these two squared off in the Southwest Classic, it was the Aggies gigging the Razorbacks in a close one.
I think we saw a lot of mental toughness in that game, too, by Texas A&M. Things didn't always go great, but they were always seemingly able to respond, and I think that's going to be a big key in this one.
And which one can keep their cool? In these rivalry games, sometimes it pops a little bit more. There's more emotion, and there's more adrenaline, and sometimes you can make some bad decisions. A&M did a good job last year, but a big challenge with the Razorbacks today.
Throwing Reed. Got a man. It's Owens. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field. Don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back. Let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw. But you could tell they were definitely locked in. And they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He lost one down the sideline. Goes high to pull it in. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's the first 3rd down of the game. You can't execute it any better than that. Really nice job in protection. Good job by the QB finding the open man. Nice route. And it's an explosive play early for this offense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Well, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Reed fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4, it's 2nd and 14. Trying to move them on the counter. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They'll run it from the gun. Headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited. And you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Razorbacks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. KJ Jackson, there's no way to describe it other than he just wasn't seeing the field last time out, throwing 7 interceptions. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And some room to work. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with power.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And at the end of the play, it looks as if there's an injured Razorback on the field. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Wants to adjust the pattern. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Going for the big play. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Razorbacks take their first time out. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets it out of the air for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A run inside. It's Owens. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game,
makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. Smith takes the handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Aggie. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The sure hands, it's Platt. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Running inside, it's Smith. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. He'll run it again. Maybe a crease. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Razorbacks have it with a first and goal. Quarterback making checks. Jackson gonna throw it. He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. Reed. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Makes the catch at the 10. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Jackson will throw. Got it in the middle. It's Platt. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Shows him the stiff arm. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
like a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Might be changing the route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Play fake, Marcel Reed. Moves away as he feels pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Aggies! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Using his legs, it's Russell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air, it's Hill. Rifles it down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's Reed to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Razorbacks! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll line up for a second down play. Throwing Reed. Catch in the middle, it's Edwards. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man. It's Craven. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Cotter. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Well, guys, the Hogs head coach told me coming out of the locker room at the half, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Hill. Got the quick pass. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Second down, he'll throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Got the back over the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey guys, here on the Texas A&M sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Play action with Reed. Pulls it in. It's Riley. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now. And he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Again, it's Reed. Grabbed behind the line. It's Morrow. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Bringing the heat. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Clapp. Makes a grab and room to run. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
What a fantastic individual effort by the big fella there. That was a relatively short throw, but he shows you the athleticism and what he can do with the football once he has it in his hand.
Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Razorbacks want to move quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. Could not make his way to the corner. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass, it's Hill. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Offense changing the play. A designed run for the quarterback. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
Creates a little room. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He'll try to do it himself. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Dropping back, it's Hill. Got his man. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Now on the counter. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Let's go to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey, guys, what I can see here on the Arkansas sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. On the ground with the counter.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Reed. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Makes the catch. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Like Holly told us, this crowd is not going to fade away, and they're rising up now. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. To the air. It's Hill. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, now 4th down in your own end. With this much time left, do you trust your defense to get a stop? That's the question you got to ask yourself. If you don't, then you need to go for this right now. You need to try to go win this game.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. From the gun on third down, Reed. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. It's complete.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
The run inside. It's Edwards. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Morrill. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. Listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll run the counter. Plows through the defense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Long enough, score! And with that, they've taken the lead. With the 12th man standing at the ready.